Today's guest is Matthew Gonzales from the band Solomon Grundy. How you doing, my man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Good to talk to you.
Thank you, thank you. Matthew and I have been we met online talking about Harley Benton guitars. Like he's got one, I got one. I'm actually getting that one too, dude. I'm pretty excited about that. Can't wait.
Bro,
It's already on its way. I can't wait to show it to everybody. I can't wait to play it. It's
heck
so
yeah.
fantastic. So let's talk about the band a little bit. Like, how did you guys get started? Like, how did you meet? Where are you from? Where does the name come from?
Yeah, cool. So Solomon Grundy, we actually have only been together for about the beginning of January of this year, so not too long. We're a fresh product, but the concept actually started about a year and a half ago. Before that, it was actually our vocalist and myself. We were working together, and we found out we're both metalheads and musicians, and we just kind of wanted to just collaborate together. Originally, we just started playing guitar with each other, and one day I had some music playing on real loud, and I heard his vocal capabilities, and I was like, dude, like you need to, practice and work on this. You have a gift, like, you know what I mean? Those gutturals were there, and his growls and screams needed to be, or were exactly where in the direction we needed to be. So we kind of, at that point, we separated from jobs together, and he started working a little bit on his vocals, and I started working more on writing a little bit of the material. And we came back together after a couple of weeks, and we put the stuff together, and it sounded really good. So it motivated us to find actual, musicians, as opposed to just kind of keeping this as a solo internet project. We got motivated really quickly with the two ideas put together. So it took us a while actually to find members of the band, all the way. So I'd say about a solid 8 months before we found our guitarist for the band, our other guitarist for the band, and being able to collaborate with another guitarist, for me, was an amazing experience, because I was able to bounce my ideas off somebody and vice versa, and that's crucial. Zachary Bent, he's an amazing guitarist. He's been playing for quite some time, so it was nice to have him join the crew. He can sweep. He can hang in there with some nice guitar techs. And it was really motivating too. It drove me to write more technical songs, and also allowing everybody else to have that input as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you guys are from North Carolina, right?
Yes, yeah.
Everybody's
Sorry.
from the same area, or like
Yeah,
some people just moved in? Like,
So we're from North Carolina. I live in Durham, North Carolina. As the vocalist, a couple other members live in another city over called Chapel Hill, or
okay.
A. Yep, and then a couple other members live in Fayetteville. So we're all within this 45 to an hour time frame distance, from each other. But we do have a central location where we do practice at, and that's going to be in Fayetteville with our drummer, because gotta go where the drums are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier for us than it is for them. That is
Sure.
true.
Absolutely.
So people that don't know you, like, how would you describe the sound? Like, what are your influences? Like, I can tell you right off the bat, the vibe that I got when I heard the first song was Born of Osiris.
Yeah,
I really felt that, and I'm not saying that that's what you guys are going for, but that's like, if I had to sell Salomon Grundy to somebody, that's what I would have used. Like, how would you describe it, and like, who would you say is like your biggest influences when it comes to writing music?
that's actually a great compliment too, and that's one of the writing styles that I did have, very front forward with our songs writing, along with Shadow of Intent
Okay.
and Thy Art is Murder with the vocal
Yeah.
style. And just kind of collaborating with those three types of styles were mainly what I was listening to at the time too. When this really took off, and it was kind of a help, point us in a direction. Something that was really awesome to listen to and get a hype.
Cool, cool, very cool. And I mean, you said that the band, like you guys as a band, have only been together with January. So I imagine that, unfortunately, due to current events, you guys have not been able to put this show on the road yet. You haven't been able to play a show yet.
Absolutely, man. And it's that was going to be our month too. March was when we're going to have our first show and move forward. But it's a burden, but yet it was at the same time, it is allowing us to see what, we can actually work on after practicing a couple months together, you know what I mean? And seeing what we mesh together, how we look in front of each other playing, and, that feedback, from each other is really awesome, that we were able to get that a little bit, extended process and time.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, use the time, as a kind of like a measuring stick for your own self, and try to figure out what you need to work on, and like for that, so that when you eventually get out there, have like the product that you want. And like that was gonna, I mean, you kind of answered my next question. It was like, how are you guys dealing with it? So are you guys like right now focusing also on like writing more stuff? I know you released a song today. Go ahead and tell me about the song that came out today, and like just what else is coming down the pipeline?
Oh yeah, so the new single today that we released is called Cordyceps Mind. It is a in-your-face, nice, heavy song to listen to. Its concept is actually based off of the cordyceps mushroom, which is a parasitic fungus that infects the brain of an insect and carries it to a place where it needs to release its spores. And the mushroom grows out of the insect's head, and that's how it releases its spores to carry on to the next insect. So it's pretty cool. So we took that concept and we put it into the likelihood if it was able to happen to a human, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just so happened that the song came out during this pandemic, man. So, it's
they didn't write it on purpose, okay? Like it's not a pandemic song.
No, it's not a pandemic song. I just want to kind of put that first and foremost, especially with the lyric video. If you guys have a chance to check out our lyric video on YouTube, hopefully we can get it on there. It's got a lot of pandemic, scenes and cut scenes. So everybody's going to kind of get that, COVID-19. But you know what? Honestly, it's going. I think it's really cool. The lyric video came out really well. It was really well animated. I'm very excited to release it to everybody as well. We all are.
Perfect. That's awesome. I mean, the song's amazing. I'm gonna go and check out the video right after this. So is there anything else that you want to say to your fans, or like to people that don't know you, and this is the first time that they're seeing Solomon Grundy, what do you want them to know about you, and like what do you want them to know and go and check out?
Yeah, for sure. First and foremost, I just, thanks to you allowing me to get this, spotlight, and allowing us to show off and showcase our project. This is something that it's near and dear to our hearts. We're all, seasoned musicians, so this is it's kind of it's something that we have our whole heart into. So if metal's your thing, just give us a chance. Log on to Spotify, iTunes, any of the major platforms. Give us a listen. It's all we ask. If it's something that you like, hit that heart button, that like button, add it to your playlist. It's nothing more than what any musician really wants. We just want to be able to showcase our playing style to everybody else.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And everybody out there, this is Matthew from Solomon Grundy. New song came out today. Okay, go check it out. Matthew, thank you so much for being on the show. Okay, it was a pleasure.
Man, it was an honor to be able to talk to you, man. Thank you so much.
All right, have a good one, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it.